Hey YouTube, Bird Billy here. Hey, today I'm going to do a video on how to operate a trailer or back a trailer up and drive with one. Good friend of mine, Martin, needs to do some hauling with a trailer and asked me if I would show him some tips and tricks on how to drive one. And I got a couple pointers, and I think he's going to be set here in about 15 minutes, so I thought I'd share it with you all. Alright, well, here we go.
Hello YouTubers, good old Billy Burb is going to help me hook up and teach me how to back up a trailer so you can watch and have a good laugh.
That's how you say I'm a Bird Billy in South Africa. He's got a 2-inch ball on here, this is a 2-inch hitch. This trailer is so light we're just going to manually put it on. Alright, so I'm going to show you a chain hookup. I always cross your chains. So you want to make sure they do an X, like an X right here, cross them over and hook them. Some people want them hooked this way. I've seen some guys hook them the other way. The whole point here behind this is if this trailer was to come off this ball, it's holding on here still so it doesn't take off down the freeway on you, and it stops it if it was launching forward. You know, it would pull around like this if it came loose on the ball. These are your safety chains. You have to have them on when you're doing your trailer. Always make sure latch right here is down and secure, and there's a safety underneath that always has to be engaged. You don't ever want it like this where it's half up or anything where it could pop. The other thing that's a must, you can, if you don't have a pen, you can even a lot of times just get away with a lock. You know, just run down and buy yourself a cheap lock and a key lock or something and put it on here, or padlock. You have to have a pin in there. That stops this from unengaging on the road. I've seen guys drive around without it, you know, God bless them, but I would not recommend doing that. There's a reason this is here. It's a redundant safety. Use it, okay? Because if you don't, I had a friend of mine, I was just telling Martin about it, I had a friend of mine that was driving with a trailer, and this guy had been driving trailers for years, and the ball here was a little bit looser than it should have been. It unengaged, and the only way I know that happened, he told me it didn't happen this way, but he had to have not had this in here. It came up, it popped, he hit his brakes. This right here drove right through his tailgate, messed his trailer up, messed his truck up. It was a big old mess, and he was embarrassed. You know, I would just recommend that this is the way you do it. Make sure you're latched, make sure you have a pen in there. Where's your hookup? Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you always want to make sure that you have your brakes and your tail lights engaged. This is a 4-pin trailer attachment. If you have a vehicle that has a higher number of pins, they sell adapters at Walmart for less than 20 bucks typically. You buy the adapter, plug it in, this will plug into it. Okay, so if you go to buy a trailer and you're not sure what you're getting, you're going to be spending thousands on a trailer anyway. It's a good idea just to go pick one up at Walmart on your way to pick it up, because if you try to buy one at a trailer place, they're going to stick it to you. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to stick this on here. And I can see already, which is a great idea, he's got dielectric grease in here, which is another thing to do. That helps with corrosion. And then what you want to do is just check your blinkers, check your brakes. Alright, so right now Martin's bringing his truck around. I'm going to have him pull past the driveway, and I'm going to show him a simple trick. And this is the best advice I can give you for backing up a trailer. Typically what happens is you're used to driving your vehicle, so you have your hand on top of your wheel. You go to do a back up, and the trailer goes the opposite way. And it throws everybody off, and they hit panic mode, and they're like, oh my God, what do I do? I can't back up, it's jackknifing on me. When you want to back a trailer up, take your hand, drop it down to the bottom of the wheel. What that does, when you want the trailer to go left, move your hand left. That'll make the trailer go left. Take your hand, move it to the right. If you want the trailer to go right, and it'll go right. It is such a simple trick, and it makes it so easy. And what it does is it's going to give you a lot of confidence in backing up. He's never done this before. I'm telling you guys before I tell him. I'm going to go over and tell him how to do it, and let's see how he does. Alright, he's bringing it in now. That sneaky guy, you know what he did? He went online and researched before he came over here. So I wouldn't tell him. He said, oh yeah, you put your hand on the bottom. He's a typical YouTuber. Okay, so this is the second attempt. I added a board on the side because his trailer is going to be an enclosed trailer, and I want him to have a reference point. And what happens on these smaller trailers is you lose the trailer when you're backing it. He does have a reverse or a backup camera, and that's a nice truck. It's got a real nice camera on it. so it does a good job of showing you. This is just things to be aware of if you are using a trailer that doesn't have full sides. So I've added that to give him a reference point. I'm trying to teach him not to rely on the camera too much. So what he's trying to do, I'm going to pull the camera back. He's trying to back it up coming straight, and I've given him a target. All right, so I just put 2 gas cans down at the end of the gravel there, and he's going to try and put the trailer down where he wants it. And what he's doing is the right way of doing it. He's not coming in, you know, like a bat out of hell. He's not going 900 miles an hour. He's taking his time, he's figuring it out, and what this is going to do is build up his confidence, so when he goes and gets his trailer off the trailer lot, he's going to feel a lot more comfortable, rather than the first time he does it is when he picks up his trailer at the lot. So I just told him he had to pull this turnaround, and now I want him to back it into this driveway over here. This is the end of our dead end here. And this is beautiful if you have anything in your neighborhood or anything that you can find an area where there's not a whole lot of cars for you to practice. You know, if you have a buddy that has a trailer, it doesn't put you under pressure. You can see right now by the way the tires are spinning, in his head he's figuring out where his hand's supposed to be versus the back. It takes a little bit of doing, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not that hard to do. We're done doing our trailer learning here. I've got Martin with MJ Lorton on YouTube and mjlorton.com, right?
That's right.
A lot of you guys probably know him. I'm sure a lot of you do. But if those of you don't, stop by, check out his YouTube page. He does electronic stuff and what else?
Solar power, electronic test.
Oh yeah, lots of solar panels. Yeah. So it's an interesting channel to check out. I wanted to ask him real quick how he felt about what he learned today, because there was one crucial thing that we both learned, and we're gonna cover that here.
Yeah. Okay. So the one big important thing, and I know Ben was saying this to me, that basically don't rely on that backup camera in your truck when you're trying to back up the trailer. It's perfect for when you're trying to hitch it up and get the ball onto the hitch. It's brilliant. But when you're backing up, rather use your eyes out the mirrors or looking back at the trailer, and that's probably the best way to do it. So, and probably what the hardest part for me was actually not getting it around a corner, was actually maintaining the trailer going back in a straight line, controlling in the back line, and that's probably because it's a smaller trailer, so it tends to react quicker, and I can't see the corners. So if you want a good test on learning on a trailer, do a small trailer that's low. That's the best test. But anyway,
all right,
thank
awesome.
you. You're a good man. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it.